What's up, my people? Welcome to another exciting episode on Sideline Football Adventure. I know it's been a while since you guys saw me on your screens, but today we'll be bringing you guys a stadium tour of the RB Arena, which they called the Roten Bullen in Deutsch, and it translates in English, the Red Bull. So come with me on a quick tour in the RB Arena, and you guys know what we do on this channel. We do what we always do best, which is stadium tours, match day vlogging. So come with me and let's go. Come. This is the entry point, and this is how the stadium used to look like. There are the red pillars, and we were just being told that the red pillars stands for where the stadium was newly built in 2014, and the white one stands for where the stadium was built in 1956, and it also serves as the car park in Leipzig. So this is the press room of RB Leipzig. This is how the room looks. We are watching the history and how they won at the RB Pokal in 2022. Yeah, that's RB Leipzig, how they qualified and how they came from the second league to the first league. And this is also the RB Pokal in 2023. You guys can see Christopher Nkunku. Yeah, we are still in the press conference room. Is the ice bathtubs of the RB Leipzig players. So this is where they normally come and bath or have their ice baths after matches. And here is their shower. This is where the players, they fix their hair before the games. They dry their hair with the hair dryers and stuff. And this is where the normal shower is. So we are on our way to the away dressing room, and we were just being told the history about what happened in 2006. In the World Cup 2006, when France played against South Korea. They played in this stadium, and when Zidane got changed, or when he got substituted, he just came straight to the dressing room fuming, and he hit his stats right here. And since then, they haven't fixed it, and they call it something of Zidane, the foot of Zidane. So yes, that's a little history about the World Cup in 2006. Let's continue our tour in the RB Arena. This is the away dressing room. Okay. Yes, so where I'm standing right now is this place is called the Mix Zone. This is where the interviews are normally conducted before or after games. But most of the time, the interviews are done outside where the pitch is. So after the mix zones, this is where this is where the referees line with the players before they go on the field. So we are now lined up as as players going to the field. This is actually crazy. Wow. So think of it, seeing players like Vinicius, Mbappe, the big players you can think about or you can think of, they've all been here. They've all been to the stadium. And this is the RB. Yes, so as you guys can see, this place is called the standing zone. It's mostly occupied by the ultras of RB Leipzig during match days. It's also the cheapest ticket in a stadium. It costs €19 on match days. But at this place, it's not really numbered, so you just have to fit in anywhere you want to. But this is the loudest place in the stadium when you go to the RB Arena. It's occupied by only home fans, but with this place, you would only have to stand for 90 minutes of the game. This is where they mostly cheer their team on. They stand, they sing, they do everything just to keep their team going. And right above over there is the VIP. This place costs €200 on match days, but I think the price differs when they are having big games. And you can also see the two bulls, but this upper part is a little cheaper, and where the RB is inscripted. So this is the VIP area in the stadium. So this place, one ticket costs 520 per match game. So this place is normally allocated to the sponsors of the team. So this is how one table looks like, and they have like direct access to the pitch. This is how it looks. You open the door and go right to the pitch. We continue at all. Let's go. You guys are wondering what's in my ear and what's around my neck. Yeah. You guys can hear. We are in the stadium tour, and that's what the explanation comes from. So he's telling about the history and many things about the club. Yes, but it's said in Deutsch. So I tell you guys most of the things in English. Yeah, but this place is the Blick like how the city looks like from the stadium. This is how the stadium looks from outside. And a ticket for this place costs €420 for games. So you get food. You get food like 2 hours before the game and 2 hours after the game. So this is how the place looks like. So let's continue our tour. Come with me and let's go. This is how the place looks. So a ticket at this place costs 420, just as I said previously. You just take a seat at this place, and this is how the kitchen is. So you are still touring the RB Arena. What we see right here are the old sit benches of RB Leipzig when the stadium was first made in 1956. And the pitch was right down here, like 10 meters from where the players, from where they were sitting at the bench. And right above was 20,000, 30,000 people. Wow. This is cool. It was built in 1956. So we continue our tour in the RB Arena. Let's go. Right in front of me is called the Wall of Fame. This means Leipzig has been in the Bundesliga for 10 years since they came from the second league. So we can see Peter Gulacsi, Gift Orban, Dani Olmo when they won the DFB Pokal in 2023. Their coach, Marco Rose, who is now the coach of, I think, Bournemouth. And this is the trophies, the Pokal they won. And here's Timo Werner. And this is the Pokal, the trophy they won in 2022. This is Forsberg. This is Paulsen. So this picture was taken on 23rd of May 1965. This was a game for Germany. It was then called the West or the East Germany. The game was for Hungary and the Soviet Union. And here you can all see the heads or the hats of the Soviet Union soldiers. These soldiers were from Russia. Most of them were from Russia or Poland. At that time, there was the German War and stuff. Yeah, so this is a clear picture of how the stadium used to look like. And we can see this capacity is more than 100,000. And most people were standing, and I can say the people who were standing are like 20,000. So the stadium was made a little smaller because the people were brought closer to the pitch and they removed the running tracks. So yes, but most of the buildings are still in place to date. And I think I showed you how most of the buildings were. And I showed you earlier on how the seats were looking like in 1965. Yeah, so this is a small brief about the stadium. That's a wrap from the RB Arena. We saw beautiful things and we had beautiful memories coming from the RB Arena. Don't forget to give this video a like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.